Hi, Jay. Thanks very much for
Hi,
agreeing to have a little chat this afternoon. And
welcome.
it's really good to see you.
Good
Unfortunately,
to see you, literally.
unfortunately, that's all we can do at the moment, isn't it, on the screen with the situation as it is? But at least we've got Zoom.
Yeah, it would be kind of awkward with like an actual camera just out in public, like camera, camera, camera. Like, what are we, YouTubers?
I wish I had all those skills. So I was just wondering if I get a lot of people come to me and they say, I don't want to do voluntary work, I just want to do paid work. And I find it difficult because I know what advantages they're missing if they don't do voluntary work. And I just wondered, as somebody that's recently been through it, would you be able to talk to me about what you think about doing voluntary work?
Sure. I mean, how far back are we going to be starting with this? Like, do you want me to be recent or do you want me to go from the beginning to now situation?
Well, why don't you do that?
From beginning to now?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so let me think. Let's hope my memory doesn't botch me this time. So it was in the beginning of, we had just moved and I was out of college and I was like, I just want to go get a job. Don't want to, just no more of this. This is nonsense to me. I didn't like any of it. Voluntary work at the time was like, it's really bloody pointless, like, don't like it, thing, kind of thing. That word. And I was like, I don't want to do it. And then after getting turned down from like a bajillion jobs and also losing patience, I was like, I need to, there's got to be something I can do because I am bored at sitting at home all day, every day by myself because my mum's at work and so's her partner. And I'm just here by myself because I'm not at college either. So it's like, well, what do I do at home all day? Nothing. Kind of like being in lockdown. Just, what do you do? Honestly, though. But I was like, there's got to be something because I'm slightly losing my mind. So I can't remember how it happened, but WorkAid was like, hello. And I was like, okay, hi. Well, how did I get into the situation? That's where the memory disappears. It's like, I don't remember how WorkAid happened, but it happened. Honestly, memory problems are fun. And I was speaking to you. I mean, you would know that, but speaking to you. And you did suggest it. And I was like, are you sure about it? And you're like, yes, just please. It will give you something to do and you won't be bored. And honestly, by that point in time, I had been in the house by myself for multiple months. This was even before lockdown. So I was already losing my mind slightly. So it was, the offer just kind of came around and I was like, what could be the worst that could happen? Chaos would be the worst, but nothing like that's happened yet. So it's then get the thing about Oxfam, and then the whole lockdown situation happens. So then I have to wait, which is painful because I was like, I get to do something, and lockdown. Dang it! Absolute dang nabbit. Best reaction. I didn't know. Did I actually? I did do that, huh? So when eventually lockdown was eventually like, it was more of the shops could open. We went and visited the shops, so I knew how to get there situation because I had absolutely no idea where I was going. Whoop-de-doo. And we temporarily met the manager. He was very friendly, and he was just as excited as I was, which made me laugh, to be totally honest. Didn't really think someone could be that enthusiastically excited, but it was like, wow, you're contagious. Your happiness is contagious. I think I'm gonna like working here. It was a fun thing that you mentioned about the whole stairs situation, how it was sometimes a bit difficult because the stairs were like this big, and you need multiple people running down. So I was like, you should put a bell in, and we have that bell in the store to this day. He really liked the idea, the manager did. He was just like, bell, good idea, let's put it in. And it still makes me laugh to this day. It's like every single time I go down the stairs, when I'm at work and I see the bell, my brain goes ding. Like, even if I know there's no one down there, I'm still like ding, because it's just force of habit at this point. You just bing the bell and I can go down the stairs. So it's like, hey, I'm coming down the stairs. All right, let's go. Because it just saves you being like, yo, stairs, or whatever, make yourself look like a fool. So eventually, when we're like, okay, yeah, you're allowed to work in the stores and stuff, I was like, excitement, let's go. Because, I mean, job, in a lot of people's cases, jobs aren't just handed to them on a silver platter. It's not just given to you. You have to apply for multiple, because I was one of the people who's like, if I apply for one, I should apply for one, wait for them to get back to me. If there isn't a response, go for another one situation. That isn't good. If you do that, don't change the mentality. Go for multiple at once. Just do it. Trust me on this one. And it's a long process. It's a boring process. And it's just a lot of waiting and waiting and waiting and being at home. And as lockdown has proved to us, what eventually being at home for that long is going to get to your head, and or make you're going to get limited on what you can do, and your brain is going to go, I'm very bored. And that just sucks. So volunteer work is always a good idea. So when I went to do it, it was fun. First day was good. Second day, I'm not going to say anything about the second day, but there was a little bit in the middle of the day that just made me go, yeah, made me angry. But it was one of those situations with a customer. That is all I'm saying about that situation, though. But eventually, it was the case of getting used to the new environment, the people, learning everybody's names. To be honest, I still don't know everyone's names, but that's my fault, because memory is what is that? That is my memory. That's what my memory looks like. Small. But I'm getting better at it as I go on, and I've been there for long enough to kind of know everyone. Still getting there though, and it was just kind of getting into the environment, and it was a lot of fun. It was a fun environment, excluding the fact that we listened to the same album for almost an entire week. That's the one bit I don't like working there. It's the same CDs. Every time you go in, it's the same song you heard like last week, and it's still going, and you're just there like, can we please get a change in songs? And then they change the songs, and it's a CD that was playing 2 months ago, and it's like, do we not have any others? It's a bit repetitive. It gets to your brain slightly, and you start learning all these songs for some reason, but you get kind of used to it eventually, despite the fact that it kind of drives you crazy. But besides that, it's fun. The environment's fun. The manager's... I cannot verbally express how amazing he is, because he's amazing and he makes everybody happy somehow. I don't know. Is it a superpower? I don't know. He's just friendly, and he's kind, and he's energetic, and you can really feel his presence in the store. And when he's not there, you can just tell, especially if you're like a regular, you can just tell he's not there, and it's just but like, I'm gonna stop before the tangent gets worse. But yeah, I mean, getting some new skills, didn't really know I could till, really, because you kind of, I mean, with all these volunteering things, you get used to like adapting to new environments, and it gets like a quicker situation, like what's the word? It gets easier. I think that was what I was trying to say. It's quicker, it's easier. You kind of become more of an expert at adapting to different environments the more you kind of volunteer and do different things situation. Tills are confusing, and for a while, I thought the Till didn't like me. It turns out the Till hates everybody, but that's normal at the store, I suppose. CDs is surprisingly my favorite. Didn't really expect the CDs to be my favorite. It's a lot of fun, though. My other favorite bit, definitely culling the clothes, and I don't know why, but there's something so satisfying about taking something off the hanger and just going boom in a bag. Not sure why, but it's just... out of date, do. It's just satisfying in a really, really bizarre way. But I can say that volunteering has definitely, besides being quite entertaining, because it's like You get people to talk to. You're in a cool environment for like ages, and things happen that you would never expect to happen in sort of these places, and you just kind of get with the flow. But it's like, I think I'm getting better at standing up for myself, because I wasn't good at that, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, and trying to work on. This is going to be very ironic, especially you're hearing this for the first time. I think it's actually teaching me to be a bit louder when it comes to talking, because I'm not exactly loud when I'm at the till. I don't even know if people really hear me sometimes. But that's my own fault. But I think that's helping the situation. Learning how to multitask, that's a definite thing. There's dividing different jobs between everyone, that's a definite thing you need to really learn. And working with other people, that's a good thing to learn. And that's what volunteering does help you, because if you're not used to it and you suddenly get chucked into an environment when you're in a team, it's gonna be a bit confusing, I suppose. I wouldn't know. Everybody has a different experience. But if you're in an environment with teams that you're not used to being in, you're going to get thrown off course and things are going to end up chaotic. So volunteering definitely helps with that situation. I mean, let's be honest here, volunteering really helps a lot more than a lot of people expected. I mean, look where I ended up. I somehow ended up with a job, and I don't know how. Not at the store, unfortunately. I would have loved that, but not at the store. But I've still ended up with a job, and I'm still excited, and I look like a bouncing parrot when I get excited. Why am I this way? I'm just excited. This is going to be interesting.
Good job, Jay. Can you tell us about that, and can you tell us about the interview? How did volunteering help with the interview?
It gave me so many things to talk about. I mean, I could talk about normal things with this guy, but it wouldn't have been better. But when you go to the job interview, you need experiences involving jobs. And technically, even though, I mean, logistically, in some interviews, you don't have to say it was a work environment. You can say a school environment, although schools are. But it helps when you talk about what you've done at work. Lots of questions. One of the questions, I don't actually know if this is a thing in all of the interviews, but I briefly remember one of the questions in my interview was about what would be my ideal employer. Now, if you'd asked me this before All the Bucks fam, I wouldn't have any clue what to say. But now I said the store. Oops.
That's okay. Carry on. No, it's fine. It's good. Carry on.
Pre-working in the charity store, I wouldn't have had any clue what to say. Post-working there, see my manager, just see him. The way we could put a picture in it would be great, but we can't do that. So sad. It just helps. Another one of the questions I think I remember, I don't remember fully, but I vaguely remember, was talking about how working with someone else, or one of them was using your initiative. That's the word. I was going to say D&D, don't fail me now. Initiative. One of them was about using that, and the other one was about working with someone else to help them. And I'm not going to tell the full story, but I will say that my go-to example in the situation is the carpet story. Because it's so good, and it's so fun to talk about, and it's hilarious, and it works every time. It's such a good story to tell and to talk about, and it was a perfect example for that. It was me and my coworker and a little bit of chaos. Why not tell about it? And it does help that if you can, it does help in interviews if you can maybe find something to relate to the person you're talking to with. But besides that, having work experience actually helps a lot more, because you get to talk about where you have been previously. Work experience, voluntary work, I'm getting confused, but that's a thing that your brain does, confuse. And it's just like, you get to talk about it, and you never really, unless you actually don't like the environment, which you probably should leave if you don't like it, especially if it's a bad environment for you. But if you actually like the environment you're volunteering at, you actually don't realize how happy and excited it makes you until someone asks you about your experience there, and you just kind of almost go off the rails because excitement, and it's just so fun and so interesting to talk about that you just sort of go, you.
Yeah, brilliant. And also we've been able to record it on your CV, haven't we? So it's shown that you're really active and we can use it in job applications. And your manager's always been willing to be a referee for you, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah. All good steps. So tell us about what you heard today. It was only just today, wasn't it? You got a call?
I got a phone call and they were like, you got the job. They said they liked your energy in the interview. And when I say that my reaction was, for about a solid 10 minutes, I'm not even kidding. My reaction was just that for 10 straight minutes because I was just like, what? What the muffin just happened? I'm, to be honest, I'm still a little bit of shock because it wasn't the phone call I was expecting. Because normally when people call me, they're like, you didn't get it because of something, police. That was a joke, but no, it was just like, oh yeah, no, you've got the job. Me, huh? It would help. Something that I haven't done, but something I would recommend for other people. It would help maybe, well, partially thing I've done, partially thing I haven't done. It would help to hold your level expectations low, very low as you can hold them, but also maybe keep it a little bit elevated so you're not disappointed if someone calls you and goes, oh, you didn't get the job, but you're not completely and utterly shell-shocked when someone calls you and says you have got the job. Because unfortunately for me, I was it was too low, and when I heard that I got it, my reaction was just noises and or confusion. And I feel sorry for the woman who was talking to me, but she was very nice, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, that's actually a good tip. Seriously, that's a good tip.
That's wonderful. So when do you start?
30th. I was going to say the end of this month. I don't know if this month has 31 months, so the 30th.
30 days. It's fabulous. Yeah, so end of the month. Brilliant. And a big congratulations to you on behalf of everybody in the team. You know, your success is our success, and a happy person and a happy family is a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So is there anything else you'd like to say before we could wrap up now? Any tips or suggestions for anybody that's new to the Supported Employment West Sussex service? Anything you'd say?
Maybe a few things. One, don't be afraid in the interviews that if you have any form of disability, don't be afraid to bring it up, because you might not say it on your CV because you're scared, but if you bring it up in the job interview and then they say something, it'll be good for you to immediately be like, okay, I regret this, because a lot of the workplace is kind of ableist. So still don't be afraid to bring it up, because you might be saving yourself from a potentially toxic situation. Like I previously stated, do keep your expectations quite low, not too low, but quite low, as it saves the disappointment of not getting a job. That's one thing. Also, don't be afraid to talk to your work aid person, whoever that might be, about kind of anything really, because it's nice to have a conversation. It helps them get to know you better. And if you go off on a tangent, hopefully some of them don't mind, because I have a tendency to go on tangents. And she still puts up with me, so like here we go. And just keep in contact with your work aid person, because they're brilliant and they're amazing and they are an amazing person, and you should definitely cherish the time you have with them. Even if you do get frustrated with certain things, still cherish the time, because they are nice people who are just trying to help, no matter how frustrated a lot of situations get.
Yeah, bless you. Thank you, Jade. That's really lovely. And I hope that encourages other people to get in touch with our service. Anyway, take care. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Bye. Bonk.